All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Alpha Traders. We're here. Another episode, Crypto and Clown World. Yes, I said it. We are living in Clown World right now. At least we can retreat into our cryptocurrency holes, right? Have some fun, trade some crypto, trade some NFTs. Good stuff. So, what's Bitcoin doing? Exactly what I talked about on the stream yesterday. That's what it's doing, ladies and gentlemen. Opened up the new day, had a bounce to the dollar off the top side of the new daily price action volatility ranges. We've had a couple tight ones over the days and to finally pop, got back up to nice level. What are the bulls trying to do right now? They're trying to close above the top of the weekly range right here. All right, 43,780. It's the top of the weekly range. I talked about it yesterday. As soon as they opened up the new day, what did they do immediately? Ran it right up to the top to see what the bears would do. Not a big rejection at all. So they ran it right up past the 1SD on the daily. Blue cross line here, first standard deviation, normal distribution on the daily chart. So what are the bears going to do coming into the end of the day here? They're going to try to close this back down inside the weekly range. I'm telling you right now, one thing they do not want, and I am not shitting you, they do not want a daily range opening up above the top of this weekly. They don't want the bulls closing up the data set up here above the top of the weekly. Right now, though, this price action today, this is going to put this daily range up here above the weekly. We could see some fireworks if that happens. That's a perfect setup for one of those big 10K candles that we've seen before on the daily. Right? You get a daily price action volatility range above a weekly, and they are both above the monthly. And at this point, the weekly is putting some distance between the top of the monthly. It's a good thing. It's good for the bulls. And so what is this chart pretty much telling everybody? This kind of gives you an idea what the algos are thinking. All right, just like all the other volatility, probability, and statistic indicators. They're going to tell you what's going on, right? Who's gaining some steam. You know, we could give a shit less about all those traditional TA indicators. They're worthless. They're lagging indicators, right? We can get a good idea of what's happening. And I kind of told you yesterday, I was like, you know, when you look at these indicators, you can pretty much, it's like, show me volatility, probability, and statistic charts, and I'll tell you the news that's coming out tomorrow. Well, as far as I saw, there wasn't really any news that did come out. There's always bullish news about Bitcoin, though. They try to fud it up a little bit. It's ridiculous. It's been a bull since its inception. It's always going to be a bull. People just don't get that. It's sound money. Sound money is good money, right? It's a safe haven from this inflation. Inflation's good for Bitcoin. So we'll see where the bulls take this thing to. But we close the day where we're at right now. It would be great to close above this 1SD. Really would. You can see where price action got stifled, right? Here's the daily. Daily S1 or daily R1, daily R2, daily R3. Candles got the wicks got above that daily R3. All of them closed below it. So it was kind of a no-brainer. It was going to make a push back down to this 1SD region. And right here was a chance for these bears to push back down into the weekly range right here. The center of the weekly price action volatility range was right underneath this white cross line here. That's the 68.3% Laplace distribution range to the top side on this daily candle. Look what the bulls did. They front ran the top of the weekly range and pushed it back up above the 1SD. There's a little battle going on right now. I guarantee if you go over to, the one website that shows all the trades happening, constant battle, guarantee it. Buy, sells, big buys, big sells, boom, boom, boom. They're just pushing at each other. This is a good area to close. Let's see if Bitcoin can close today above, let's even push it up here above this last hour, 4 hour. The skinny white lines right here. This is this last 4 hour candle, 68.3% Laplace distribution range. Top side, downside. This is how I have this chart set up, right? All the big thick cross lines, blue are the normal distribution levels, white are Laplace distribution levels. So this being today's 68.3 on the daily chart for Laplace distribution, the skinny white lines are for the 4 hour, all right? That's how this is set up. Skinny blue lines, they are the normal distribution ranges for each 4 hour candle. It's a powerful way to set up this chart. If you're alpha traders, you're out there watching this, pull up the VRE and then add the Laplace and normal distribution ranges to the chart. You'll be really happy if you do. It's going to tell you a lot about what's going on in the market. That's enough of the VRE. Like I said, I want to close above the 68.3 on this last 4 hour candle. Be safe, and let's say above 44.2. Either way, at this point, it would take one hell of a dump for price action to close below the new daily volatility range that's getting ready to come in here in about an hour and 45 minutes. So that is good. That is good. Like I said, man, they close up here. We're going to start getting these daily ranges up above the weekly. We haven't been able to do that. Well, it's getting ready to happen today if they do not let the bears dump this back out below into the weekly range here. Okay. So it's a decent size weekly range. 42. It's about 42,650 to 43,700. It's only $1,100 weekly range. We got some more trending to come. We really do. We're going to get a bigger daily range though, right? We definitely could just range tomorrow after having this nice little pump, right? I mean, we were down here at 42.4. Literally BTC pumped a couple K, which is good. What did it go up to? Yeah, about $2,100. Nice. Nice. Now, I've been talking about this. Everybody that watches these videos probably like, God, I'm sick of seeing that chart. Well, I'm not. It really tells you what's going on. Where are we again? Look at last week's candle, right? The bears do not want Bitcoin to close above the mean of this projection. We're right at it again. And what else did we do, right, this week? We went down. We tested the 68.3% Laplace distribution range to the downside at 41,000, a tick under 42K. The top sides at 44,577. Guys, the high today, 44,532. What's it doing right now on the weekly candle? We're just hovering in this 68.3 Laplace distribution range, current candle on this weekly. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm looking for this weekly to close up here at the first standard deviation. First standard deviation at about 46,170. If not the second standard deviation. Right up here about, where are we at? 50,295. The 95.4% Laplace distribution range on this weekly candle is at 50,700 and some change, right? So that's literally about a $400 difference between those two. It's a lot wider on the downside, right? A lot wider on the downside. To the downside, we're talking about $2,000 range, all right? 38.9 for normal, Laplace 36,888. So we had, let's see a push. You can see that pink and blue dot. Boy, they're right on top of each other, $400 apart. It's a magnet for price action. Let's see what happens. Good times. That's enough on that. We have to close a weekly candle above the mean of the projection. This is a Laplace distribution projection from the 41K low. Okay. This is the mean and the bottom side of the 68.3 from the projection from the 60 to 29K dump. Bammo. Now, yesterday I talked about the ultimate power mean indicator. This is a beautiful indicator. Shout out to the to the Alpha Trading Coder Wolves, man. They're awesome. This thing is fantastic. Now, do you remember yesterday what was going on? Here was the last candle. And I was literally talking about that, saying, look, if the bulls can close this last 4-hour candle yesterday above the variance log moving averages and the reverse wave trend, the white dotted line, that we are going to get a pump. Boop. That's exactly what happened. This thing's powerful. Now let's see if we can get the bands to turn up. This is a power mean band. Okay, these are 15 different lengths of power means. Let's see if we can get these all bullish again like we did over here when they're all blue. It's in the works. Wave trend heading up still. Reverse Fisher heading up. Let's pop this on the 12-hour because remember we were talking about that freaking cross that happened. Let's let this populate. Pretty sure it's on the 12. Yep. So you have the reverse wave trend right here cross up the reverse Fisher. Now the wave trend's bullish again. And just like yesterday, remember, I said right before close, this was the last 12-hour candle yesterday. It rejected off the 99 length variance log moving average right there. We open up the new day. Whoop, beautiful 12-hour candle above it all. Now look at the 12-hour. We're closing above everything again, right? We did over here, but Bilbo, we did over here. Yeah, but the wave trend had not crossed up the Fisher yet. This all means something. When you learn how to read this indicator, it's very powerful. So when this happened over here, this was a no-brainer to come back and test this. Or was that the 9? No, that was the 33. The dollar 12-hour came down and tapped that 33 length variance log moving average that was just a couple ticks above the reverse wave trend. Now this cross has happened here, and we're back up above the variance log moving averages again. We're getting ready to set up a new daily price action volatility range above the weekly, and they're both above the monthly. Check something real quick. Okay. So this is good. That's what I'm trying to say. This thing is setting up for a major pump. Now, the bears could have something to say about that. They're going to have to bring the heat, though. They're really going to have to bring the heat because the bulls are in control right now. They definitely are, just like when the bears were in control the whole time during all this dumping. So it's a good thing. Let's see what happens. See here. It's all in here. Okay. Go to the daily real quick. Beautiful. Remember yesterday I was talking about, these bears are trying to close this thing out below. And yesterday, right, it did. It closed below the reverse wave trend. This is a statement from the bulls right here on this daily candle. Nice, powerful daily candle. Love it. The bears, they're getting ready to go hibernate, right? These bulls take over. We're going to make a push up to this 99 length variance log moving average. It's a tick under 46K right now. All right, 45,870. That's going to be the first. We got to get by there on a daily. That is a powerful resistance level right there. And so what is that? 45, let's just say 45.9, 46K, 45.9, 46K. Let's see where we get some new Laplace and normal distribution levels coming into the new daily, because that area up there was just probably about $200 above second standard deviation normal distribution on today's daily candle. So it'll be, let me do a little look here real quick. Where's this baby going to open up? That's actually, the first standard deviation is probably going to be right there, right around 45.9. Okay. So let's look for that area. Let's see if this 1SD on the new daily candle pops up there around 45.9. Should be real close around it somewhere. Then right here, see this red cross line here at about 46.8-ish? Yep, 46.764. That is the R1 on the monthly. Here's the bottom side of the monthly range, center of the monthly range, top side of the monthly range. That red cross line, that is the first resistance level for this monthly price action volatility range. 46, almost 8. So that'll be a good area, 46.8. Yeah, it's kind of in no man's land. So it's past first standard deviation though, which would be good, right? Let's see if this weekly candle can close above this 1SD. If that happens, not only do we close above a first standard deviation on the weekly candle, we're closing above the mean of this projection. This has been a little bit of resistance. Bam, got cracked there. Tried to get up above it here. Wrong. We're right at it again. Look, the bulls are pushing. This is what this is telling me. The bulls are pushing, and they are persistent animals. Yeah, good stuff. So good on the day. Let me see the 2-day real quick. And we did get the new 3-day and 5-day, so I'm about to pop on those. Beautiful. And remember, I was talking about how good the 2-day, or how good that was it the 3-day candle? Yeah, how good that 3-day candle looked. Now, boom, we get this new 3-day. We're pumping. We are pumping. And I said I liked the way that 3-day candle looked, and it was probably going to flip around this bearish 2-day candle. That's exactly what happened. Got a new 5-day, getting ready to backfill that sucker. We already did, right? We haven't closed there yet, but we get this new 5-day candle. Immediately, Bitcoin pumps up and backfills that bearish 5-day candle we had previously. Beautiful. Let's take a peek over here. I want to go up on. I'm going to, since we did get a new 5-day, let me put this on the index. I'm going to start up here on the 5-day. Let's see what changed. Yes, I did not look at it. Oh, and you know what? Yep, that's fine. Okay. All right, we got variance coming down on the 5-day, negatively correlated. That's always good for a price walk up. Log return Z score, making its way back up to the top side, right? Looking good. Looking good. I like it. And today, not really any div. Let's see here. So the returns oscillator is pretty high, but look at it, starting to crank back up to the top side. Gotta love that. Coming off, we were talking about this many 5-day candles, right? All the bull div that was building between returns and price action popped. It always does. And look what it bounced off of right when that div popped. Boop. Right off the 99 length variance log moving average. Beautiful. Beautiful. There was even div on the Fisher. Let's see. Yep. Starting to head, the correlation of the historical volatility z-score starting to slope negative as it's coming down. That's always nice. The entropy going back into trend, losing its correlation to the downside. And we are sloping down on the Shannon entropy percentile as it's expanding. I could see this though. I mean, as long as this thing has been up here for so long, this could slope back up here. We get a pump up to 45K, you're going to see that slope change and go back to the top side with this expansion continuing. And the DLP's trying to come out of the hole here, right? Losing its not correlation, but losing its strength to the downside on this new 5-day candle. It's what you'd like to see. Look at the previous one, right? Where we had that 5-day dump. Boom, boom. Right? It's powerful. This one, not so. We're contracting. The volatility percentile contracting, sloping in the negative correlation. New 3-day candle. Yep. So as on the 3-day entropy, as it's been just getting more random, losing correlation to the downside. Shannon entropy percentile is contracting, negatively correlated. The only thing out of place I see here is a historical volatility z-score, but like I said, we pop this thing to 45, that correlation is probably going to go significantly correlated, and the z-score is going across the mean here. Let's see. Yep. Same thing on the 3-day. All right. Losing its strength to the downside on these DLP candles. About to pop this baby back up. Coming off, I mean, right? Let's see here. Yeah. All the bull div. There was bull div on the log return Z score on the 3-day, but really the Fisher was showing it. But now the Fisher's kind of getting weak. We'll see what happens. I mean, that is the lower length one that bounced down off that third standard deviation. See how that plays out. Today we get the 2-day, correct? Yes. So we get a new 2-day candle today. That is, I'll tell you what, right now, this Fisher's screaming. That's a 54 up there. Yeah. Almost 55K. That'd wake some of these bears up, wouldn't it? Push this thing back up to 55. Tell you right now, we start pushing these higher numbers. I'm just more and more confident because of what I'm seeing on these charts at that 33K low. That was the low. All right, that was the low. Is everybody else trying to figure it out and just be like, well, man, there's no real data set there. I don't know what the hell's going on. This thing, wow, this is just a bull trap. It's like, yeah, well, we'll see. We will see. Get that nice bounce. Returns oscillator on the 2-day. This could be strong going into this new 2-day candle. For sure. I mean, even the log return Z-score, right? It's up here pretty high, but boy, it's turning back up riding at MA. DLP's having an outlier. Historical volatility Z-score. That's a beautiful thing right there. All right. Heading up. Look where the correlation broke. Right there where Bitcoin started pulling out. It was negatively correlated when it started rising. And that was part of that 5-day candle. But then we had that pull up, right, on the last, on that previous 2-day, or last, wait a minute. Yeah, it did have a bull wick on it. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's see here, what else? We're going to want to see this entropy start to drop in the trend. The Shannon entropy percentile, though, is exactly what you'd want to see. Contraction, negative correlation. Volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. Let's take one look. Yep, contraction, negative correlation. Yeah, and there's the hidden bull playing out on the daily returns oscillator. Beautiful. It was on the, actually, it was on the Fisher as well. Yep, negative correlation, flat Shannon entropy percentile, good for a walk up. So the 3-day, or 2-day and 3-day, it wasn't happening yet, right? Look at the entropy starting to drop, correlation building to the top side. We're going to want to see, let me check that out. Is that breaking up? We're going to want to see this day. We want to see this go positively correlated. Let's run this Z-score historical volatility back up to these higher confidence intervals up there. That would be good indeed. We're expanding on the daily. All right. Positively correlated. Everything I'm seeing here is saying this baby is primed for a ripper. Got the variance turning up, positively correlated. Good stuff. Real good stuff. And like I said yesterday, right, we closed those daily candles below the reverse wave trend. We're going to close above it. The Fisher on the daily, 51.5. Get up there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, let's go more in the intraday. I could say I could check the 12-hour. Yeah, 12 hours actually having an outlier. 12-hour is having an outlier. And one good thing, I mean, the log or the returns oscillator is turning down. Just a tiny bit of hidden bear. Not a lot at all. And it's only on the returns oscillator. Yeah, DLP looks good, right? Because these are lower highs. Lower highs. That's what you want to see. This 12-hour close, look for this correlation to break positive, start sloping back up positive with this expansion for sure. You're going to want to see this, the entropy though, back down to the downside. Look, I mean, we're going into a late day pump right now, it looks like. We're going to want to see this 12-hour expand some more. You can see these last 12-hour candles. They're nice, right? Boom, boom. Expansion. It's kind of flat right now, though. Let's see this next day, 2 12-hour candles expand. Significantly positively correlated. Historical volatility Z-score. Kind of flat, but rising. Significantly positively correlated. Alpha traders, just listen. This is how you read all these indicators together. I'm kind of breaking it down, going through each one. But trust me, when I'm actively trading, I go through these charts quick. They give me a signature. I don't just see each individual indicator. I have them set up perfectly, right? And I've trained my eye to see what I see. The signature just jumps off the chart at me. Get to that point. All it takes is time. All it takes is time. You just got to stare at these charts. If you got nothing going on, you're hanging out, you're doing something else, have a chart up. Have a chart up. Just stare at it, right? Get some chart time in. You don't have to be actively trading to look at charts. Set it up in a specific way that's going to make it easier for you to recognize what's going on. Everybody knows my chart is set up in a specific way. This whole side over here is all divergence. All 4 of these indicators, I'm looking now, taking out Fisher, of course, but DLP, returns, log return Z-score. I'm looking for divergence between returns and price action. Variance is the spread of data around the mean. The spread of data around the mean is what? It's volatility, right? The standard deviation of returns is volatility. When variance rises, you get the volatility's coming in. Beautiful. Let's see here. But at the same time, too, it can be a contract. Usually it's expanding volatility when the variance is rising. Look at my crosshairs on the other chart. When we had this dump, right? It was volatility expansion. Sometimes, every once in a while, you'll see smaller moves. It's contracting. Look at this little variance bump. Well, that was contracting volatility negatively correlated. Let's see, 12-hour, pop to the 4. Yep, looking good. This I was looking at this chart when I was talking with MJ before the stream. Come on, get off there. Boop, there we go. Shannon entropy percentile is contracting, negative, heading into negative correlation. We're still in trend. right, on the 4 hour. Correlation starting to build too. Let's see. Let's see. If we get a big pump here going into this next day, you will see this 4 hour entropy really drop below these, right? What are these? What are all the bands? Has everybody studied these indicators? Standard, or has everybody studied these indicators properly? Let me open this up and show you guys. Right? If you haven't looked in here, look, study all of these indicator settings, right? Understand what you're looking at. And these are standard error bands, right? Usually when you see entropy drop below there, you're going to see these flare out and come to the downside. But at the same time, once that does, and this is prime, when they get tight like this, you're usually getting ready to get a freaking drop in entropy, right? Into trend. So everybody learn all of the settings in your indicators. Understand what you're looking at. You have to understand you have to understand what all the parts of the indicator are to understand what you're seeing. That makes sense. It got me up out of my chair, didn't it? Got me excited. DLP on the 4 hour building. The fissures are coming down. Yeah, we got hidden bull divergence on the 4 hour building, right? Haven't turned to the top side yet, as you're having an outlier on the log return z-score. It's a beautiful thing, right? And so then you look at the variance over here. As soon as this 4 hour today started popping, you had an outlier positively correlated. It's continuing to walk up. Why? Well, variance is coming down, negatively correlated, while log return z-score is having an outlier. Know thy divs. Yes, know your divergence. Sure. Sure, I can. I only have two of the plots, right? You can put four fissures up if you want. I only have two. And let's see here. Obviously, I'm not using a higher time frame one, right? The smoothing type. Let's see. I don't even think I have smoothing on. No, I don't even have smoothing on. So my first one is set to a 3. My second one is set to a 9. Where are you? Boom. Right? 3 and 9. That's the only different. I've got them on gradient coloring. Nothing, no smoothing, no nothing. I want to see them just like my returns oscillator. The smoothing is off. So yeah, it's pretty simple. I just use the two lengths. I like to see them in tandem. It's even more powerful. Like I got a 3 and a 9, right? You could throw a 3, a 9, a 33. I would actually say 3, 9, a 21, and a 33. And I'll tell you what, when they all start going in the same direction, woo! Jump on that bandwagon, especially if you're seeing some div between the returns and price action. Take that direction. Powerful. Powerful. Time is it? 2:30. Because I wanted to get in a little bit of the traditional markets right there popping. Just like I thought they were going to do. People getting wrecked over there. They don't know what the hell's going on. But inflation. Wind dump. The algos are running that shit all over the place. Let's see. Let's go to the 90-minute now. Sit back. Make shit. Pops. Yeah, I mean the historical volatility z-score is coming down, significantly negatively correlated. Negative correlation contracting. It's actually flat now. Look at the 90-minute historical or volatility percentile. Pretty low. Pretty damn low. It's at a 5%. Yeah, let's wait for this to pop again. Wait for the correlation. From what it's looking like right now, from what I'm seeing on everything else, we're on this positive side on the correlation on the Shannon entropy percentile. Let's expand from here. Let's expand from here and go significantly positively correlated. I mean, we do got a little bit of hidden bear on the 90-minute going into this new intraday trading. here in about an hour and a half. Look though, right? Having an outlier. Having an outlier right now. That's why this baby's popping. It's what the statistics tell you. When you're having a statistical outlier, it's telling you there's a fat tail event in progress, second standard deviation move or more. Now remember, on that time frame, this is a 90-minute. Yeah, these bulls, man. These bulls are doing exactly what I thought they were going to do, trying to push this baby up. Yep, rejecting off this R3 again. Right, boom, just went right to it again, pulled back a little bit. They might try to push it up here by the end of the day to this weekly R2. Or is that the R3? No, it's R2. Actually, sorry. Yeah, it's R2. That yellow, center of the yellow is just hiding under there. Actually, hell, that's the R1. Jesus God. There's the R2 up there at 46,750. R2D2. Try to push up to this R1. Remember, I talked about this yesterday. I don't know why I didn't know that was R1. How tight the R1 is compared to the R2. The R2 really makes a jump. The R1's a lot closer, but that's what's great about this indicator. It takes the previous week's price action and does a tremendous freaking job at projecting these new levels. And if you've been using this indicator, you know they matter. They matter daily, weekly, monthly. They come into play all the time. Let's see. Pack back right here. Probably having an outlier on the 45. Yeah, 45's having an outlier too. The fishers are down the low. I love when I see like 45-minute fishers going down and pretty much just went sideways. That's strength. Strength. Nice expansion. Positively correlated on the Shannon entropy. I picked a bad month not to trade. There's a lot of good trades. I was looking at charts just a little bit last night. Yeah, 15-minute, my baby, right? I mean, you can't go wrong trading a 15-minute using these indicators. It's ridiculous. As YouTube Jimmy's out there telling everybody, don't trade low time frame volatility on Bitcoin. You will get wrecked. Yeah, you'll get wrecked because there's people like us on the other side of your trades where you're trading that goofy traditional TA stuff. That's why you get wrecked. Come see us at Alpha Trading. Links in the description of all our videos. Throwing a little shameless little plug there. Not setting up any hidden bear on the 45 or on the 15-minute. Yeah, this thing's going to push probably. Tight volatility bands, right? After this initial move when they really sprayed out. Woof. Tight. Get a better look. And look what happened on the 15, right? Exact rejection of the deviation bands, which everybody just got access to. Yep. Powerful. Gaussian mean. All right. Price action loves to ride that Gaussian mean. Yeah, I mean, this was perfect. This Shannon entropy percentile, if you guys study it, use it, I mean, it's a powerful indicator. Holy Van F. Yeah, volatility was pretty low, started expanding. Up we go. Push it, bulls, push it. That variance is getting pretty high, but in the grand scheme of things. Hello. It's got a lot of room, right? This baby could run. And it really appears these bulls are pushing. The bears are about to get jacked up. This is what's great about these indicators, right? You can trust these. A lot of people don't trust their indicators. Right? That's why they don't get good entries. They don't know when to exit because they definitely don't have this indicator. They don't know where the Laplace and normal distribution levels are at. Right? If I'm in this trade right now, going into the end of the day, by looking at the indicators, I'm foaming at the mouth to get some profit up here. I'm probably going to front run it. Maybe like 44.7, probably below, because look what we got hanging here. All right, what is this? This is the 95.4 Laplace distribution range, that skinny white line on this last 4-hour chart. There's a 95.4% chance on this last 4-hour that price action stays below there. So you would even want to, I'd drop that to about 44.7, probably where I'd be taking my profit at. No, it's not too far away. Let's see if they push up to it. Let's see if they push up to it. But I'm not going to actually, get in and do an active little paper trade for everybody. We don't want to do that. I don't like doing that because not everybody trades the same way. Let's keep that in mind. Not everybody trades the same way. Everybody has a different idea. Makes it a lot easier. I'll tell you what, and when they're tight like this and we start pushing, this could just, especially when you got the bottom cranking up like this thing could be getting ready to just boom, have a nice little pump up there to that R1. Let's see. Meanwhile, pop over onto SPY. And what did I say yesterday? Did exactly what I said it was probably going to do, but it probably wouldn't be good for the health of the move. I said, watch, pre-market, this thing's going to gap up into the weekly range. I mean, fuck, man, it went up and tested. Boop! Right? First 15-minute candle. Ripped up. Another test. Boom. Rejection. Look, this thing was literally, here was the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, right? Pre-market, it was like, fuck that range. Let's go up here into the weekly price action volatility range. It's literally all day SPY just bounced around in between the center of the weekly range and the top and the first standard deviation normal distribution to the top side. Boing, boing, boing. Huh. I wonder what the algos use. Are they using any of these levels? Of course they are. And look where SPY closed. Above the center of the weekly. Above the center of the weekly. So that's powerful, man. This thing's going to make a run at this tight monthly range. Remember when I talked about this? I said that SPY was probably, how tight this monthly range is, was probably going to go down to about 430 or 480. Hell, it could do both. I think it got down to what, 440 or something? 438? Can't remember. Well, it's right here. Shit. Oh, 435. Shit, it almost made it down there. Right? So I am going to roll laughing if this thing makes a run to new all-time highs here in the next few days. Because it's primed to. I don't like this, but it's primed to. It's primed to make a run. Primed to make a run for sure. Why everybody's talking inflation. That's why people that trade the news, my God, insanity. You think the high frequency trading firms are trading news? No, they're creating the news with their volatility. Guarantee it. The high frequency trading firm algorithms use their liquidity to create volatility that will be creating the news that's coming out tomorrow and the following days. That's just the way it works. And all the retail traders are waiting on the news, and then they trade that and get wrecked. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Can't trade like that. You got to be proactive. You can't use lagging indicators. You got to know what these algos are thinking about. So that's good for SPY right there. And why I'm still on this chart, I'm going to do a little double banger as we go through the different charts to see where all these, where SPY and NASDAQ E-mini futures. Let's see. Let's pop on there right now. Woo! Hello. It said, here we go. Where did it bounce from? Center of the daily price action volatility range. And everybody's like, man, I wish I knew where NASDAQ. Oh, we dumping again? Oh, yep, we are. Here comes this big nasty candle. Oh, no, it will. Yeah, it's going to dump again. Rocket ship. Right? It comes down. It tests the center, stabilizes above, and then bounces right off the top, right through the 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the top side on NASDAQ's daily candle, right through the first standard deviation, came back down several times, sent wicks down through that 1SD. Now this is where SPY's at. Or I mean NASDAQ, sorry. Beautiful. And where's it at too? It's above the center of the weekly price action volatility range. Good stuff. This is another thing you want to see from SPY, all right? Because SPY's weekly. We got to start sorry guys, NASDAQ's weekly need to get it up above the monthly range up here. And you want to see those dailies above the weekly. SPY or NASDAQ. I got SPY on my mind, guys. Just gonna have to roll with Bilbo today. You're gonna want to get those ranges up there. So price action, yeah. If NASDAQ can close by Friday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chi-Town, they call it Chirac. It's a war zone. If you've ever been there. Let's see here. Close up above. Just be safe. Top side right now is 15,135. Get that baby up above there. Close up here somewhere. That is going to take that new weekly range and it is going to drive it high, real high. If you can close above there, the new weekly range is going to be right around it. Then you can start building them, getting those dailies up there. We already know where SPY's monthly tight range is, right? I talked about this at the beginning that NASDAQ's was a lot wider. What was that? Dog, the natives are restless. Got 3 fur babies going crazy. Let me see here. Now let's pop over onto the new weekly. And yeah, this weekly candle in SPY actually looks pretty good. I said it's probably going to make a run up here at least 450. That's the 1SD. But at the same time, you have got a super tight range between normal distribution and Laplace distribution, where it's really wide down here on the bottom side. All right. Tight up on the top, wide on the bottom. All right. These SPY bullish candles, they love that tight range. 457. Even if SPY can close this week up here, right? And I'm telling you, that new all-time high, because you pop this on the monthly, that 1SD up there, 480 area, new all-time high. And that's going to, can you imagine what this monthly candles are going to look like? It's going to be powerful. Powerful looking monthly candle. Why everybody's talking inflation. Yeah, hell, the whole country's a train wreck. Might as well make some money in the markets. I mean, these people aren't stupid. Back to the weekly. What's NASDAQ's? Good looking weekly NASDAQ candle building too. Really good. Let's see something here. Turn off these PBs. Doink. Need to move that up one more candle. That's a nice bullish little doji there, so that could work. Let's back that up 40. There we go. I mean, it'll look better on the other candle because that wick went right to the center. That doesn't matter. Look what NASDAQ is trying to find some stability. Look, up above the top side of the 68.3 from this projection right here. We closed last week's below it, opened up, even dumped a little more. Boom, bulls come roaring in. The bulls come roaring in. Where is NASDAQ right now on the weekly? Right? Look, there's the little blue dot right there. 14,613. First standard deviation, normal distribution. Literally almost got tested today. Was a freaking high. Yeah, literally almost got tested. Powerful. And NASDAQ's top range. Tight, right? Back up there, around 15K. Around 15K. I can see NASDAQ and SPY push up here. Hell, I've been talking about it since we got the new monthly range on SPY. Because if SPY pumps, even though NASDAQ's got a bigger monthly, it's going to run with it too. We all knew this. That's like when Bitcoin runs. All the little shit coins just jump on the bandwagon, don't they? Powerful. Time is at 2:49. Let's see. Gotta love Yasha memes. Yes. Sell, buy, buy. Yep, 100%, man. That's how that works. Tell him sell high. Does he sell high or is he selling high? We're still trying to figure it out. What's going on? He just yes. Yes to both. I'm gonna make this easy on you, Elbow. Yes. That's what I love. When people ask a bunch of questions, blah blah blah, I just yes. And I was just like, Like, yeah. Now. So we had that fun. Spy. See, going into tomorrow. Setting up a little hidden bear, actually. Random. Losing correlation to the downside, though. Shannon entropy percentile expanding, positively correlated. Yeah, probably going to be a good day tomorrow. Right, coming off this bull div between price action and returns. Had a nice pop today in SPY. Right, what 8 points or something? Did a pop 7. Beautiful. Pop. Bull div. Yep. Just on log return z-score and returns oscillator. This log return z-score, right? It's been hanging up there for a while. Look how much that dumped, right? Log returns were just like, nah, we're chilling. You would think something like that, this baby would have. No, sir. Because the returns, price action follows returns. This could be like all these moves. It's 4 hour. Getting ready to wreck some bears. This thing really pops. If it really pops, what's a daily look like? Yeah, it's contracting, heading into negative correlation. Same there on the entropy, going into randomness, losing its correlation. Log return z-score rising. Let's see this. I'll tell you what, if you see this pop start heading positively correlated and this starts ripping up to these higher confidence level, right? The 99%. Lordy. That's about 2.4 standard deviations. Power move. Log return z-score on the daily. Nothing really. No. Nothing on the clean. Clean charts. Clean charts on SPY. Which is good. Positive correlation expansion, but hell, we're at a 94.4. SPY's been hanging up here. And NASDAQ. Very similar. Very similar indeed. We're up here positively correlated. You see NASDAQ, Shannon entropy start to expand, the percentile, go into significant positive correlation. Things going to pounce. Going to see a pop, big time pop, return oscillator, right now above the zero mean. Log return z-score, been down here banging around these lower levels. Starting to pop. No div though. No div, just like SPY. Clean. Cleany, clean, clean. 4 hour. 4 hour setting up hidden bull divergence. Fishers are strong. Shannon entropy is contracting, going into positive correlation. Correlation on entropy though. Building to the top side, starting to drop out of randomness. Still random, starting to drop. Historical volatility z-score coming down, negatively correlated. I'll look for this to change. I will look for this to start sloping back down if this continues to contract going into tomorrow. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it for today. Covered a little Bitcoin, covered a little NASDAQ and SPY for everybody. It's looking good. So if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we are Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. We love to teach people to do the same. The link to our Discord is in the description of all of our videos. Come in, check out the shop channel. There's 2 different levels to our Discord to get you access to the Alpha Trading system. Okay? Open up a support ticket. Tell us what's on your mind. If you're interested, but you have some questions you want answered, ask away, man. That's what we're here for. We got a great group of guys. The 6 guys that founded this, we're very friendly. Very friendly. We're not friendly when we're on the other side of your trades, but we're really friendly when you come into the Discord and you want to learn why we're on the other side of your trades. Isn't that the question? Why don't these guys trade like everybody else? There's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason why we're the only people on YouTube talking about this stuff. Find me somebody else. Hell, I'll reach out to them. Yeah, and we just, everybody probably just got access to your mom's boss. It's what we like to call it. All right. Just did some upgrades to it. It's ready. All right. You can set all those lines are moving averages. Set them to whatever you want. We highly recommend variance log moving averages. Powerful. That was the upgrade we were doing. We wanted to make it more streamlined. We want to get rid of all the traditional TA stuff, although there are some settings in there for it. If you want to check it out, the variance log moving averages, in my opinion, are the best settings. So all that being said, thanks guys for watching live in the Discord. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you then.